right, J. Cole. I haven't done a J. Cole video in a few months, and I kind of want to give my thoughts on what I think he's going to do next. And to be honest, I don't think J. Cole is going to retire after the fall off. You know, the album that he's been teasing for quite some time and said he was going to retire right after it. I just don't think that's gonna happen anymore. And this is not me saying J. Cole will never ever retire. He probably will retire. Out of the big three that people usually say, whether it's Drake, Kendrick, or Cole, I feel like Cole would be the first one to retire. I just don't feel like it's anytime soon. Because Cole has teased retirement before. He talked about the fall off and all of this kind of stuff way before the battle. The battle between him and Kendrick, the battle between Kendrick and Drake, before all that stuff, he teased and even said, yeah, I'm going to retire after that album. But releasing a full diss track going towards Kendrick Lamar and then later removing the track, backing down from the battle, that wasn't on J. Cole's list of things to do. Like, all of that wasn't in J. Cole's timeline whatsoever. He didn't see all that coming. He saw himself rapping and letting everybody know that nobody's messing with him lyrically, and didn't care who stepped up to the plate, and thought he would just drop the Fall Off album and then boom, he's gone off to retirement, doing things behind the scenes musically, taking care of his family, riding his bike around New York City, and remain buddy with Kendrick Lamar and Drake. But Kendrick Lamar had other plans because he said he didn't want no big three. He don't care about that. It's just big him. And if you really want to be the best in the game, you want to be number one, you're gonna have to compete with every single person. You can't pick and choose. If you have a close relationship with both Kendrick Lamar and Drake, they're gonna have to get some bars too. And some would say that J. Cole has taken shots at Kendrick Lamar before, you know, a quick friendly jab saying that he's the best or whatever the case is in the past. But all of this slick jab stuff, it's been brewing for years. And if you are as competitive as you say and you claim you're the best in all that, you might have to drop that diss record and go after your boy. But after J. Cole dropped 7-Minute Drill dissing Kendrick Lamar, he then deleted it, regretted doing it, apologized to Kendrick Lamar and said that Kendrick Lamar has a free pass to diss him. He's putting his chin out, pause, and pretty much waved the white flag. Because yes, J. Cole can rap, he's lyrically one of the best ever, but with him being grimy, messy, dirty on diss records is not really in his nature. That's why he deleted 7-Minute Drill, because he knew what Kendrick Lamar would have done to him, and the lengths that Kendrick Lamar would go would be just endless. And I believe he heard from Schoolboy Q that Kendrick Lamar was about to go straight nuclear, which made J. Cole say, yeah, I'm good. And Cole didn't even believe his own words when he was dissing Kendrick Lamar on 7-Minute Drill. He said, your first shit was classic, your last shit was tragic, your second shit put niggas to sleep but they gassed it, your third shit was massive and that was your prime, I was trailing right behind and I just now hit mine. Like, J. Cole can't talk and say that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers puts people to sleep, because J. Cole was pretty much the person people would look at and say that his music puts people to sleep. I've never thought that about Cole, but fans would always run with that and just would do it non-stop until it became a thing that stuck with Cole. So fans viewed it kind of weird, like, why are you saying that about Kendrick Lamar? It makes the diss record not believable. And after seeing what Kendrick Lamar did to Drake, the whole Not Like Us, Euphoria, all those diss records going back and forth, Drake suing UMG and trying to investigate Kendrick, etc. I don't know, maybe J. Cole feels like he may have dodged a bullet and was willing to lose respect from rap fans, even if it took apologizing on stage, which he did. And despite him apologizing and all that, I feel like he's not going to retire after the fall off. He's had so much time to think, and all of this drama messed up his plans. And one thing about Cole, his pen has gotten sharper throughout the years. There's just something about that music bug with rappers, because they'll say, oh, after this project, I'm going to retire and, you know, move on to the sunset and all that. But they usually don't do that. They usually don't stick to their word, at least not their first time saying that. Because y'all remember when Jay-Z said after the Black album, he's going to retire. That was in like 2003. And then he dropped Kingdom Come 3 years later. And even Logic, he announced that he was going to retire after his No Pressure album. And then next year in 2021, he dropped Bobby Tarantino 3 and continued to drop more albums after that. Lil Wayne hinted multiple times he was going to retire, and that was after he dropped the Carter 5, and yeah, he didn't retire because he dropped the Carter 6. 50 Cent, remember when he was going back and forth with Kanye West on who was going to sell more first week? And he said if he didn't sell more than Kanye first week, he was going to retire. And guess what? He didn't retire after that. He kept dropping projects. And that's just me naming a few. So basically what I'm saying is that based off history, these rappers don't retire. They don't stick to their word, at least not their first time saying it. And with J. Cole, I just don't feel like he's going to retire. Not yet, in my opinion. I feel like he has more to offer and more to say as well, especially after the battle. We want to continue to hear what J. Cole has to say, and I just feel like the love for rapping is just too strong with him. It's something I see J. Cole not getting away from. And I feel like Cole just has such a battery in his back, just ready to go, just ready to let loose and just rap, just like he's always been doing. But, you know, he's still gonna hear the, oh, you backed out from the battle and stuff, even though that was a bad look. Like, I don't care what nobody says, that was crazy. And I'm still a Cole fan. But one thing that J. Cole is gonna continue doing is dropping quality music, great lyrics, great stories, and whatever else is on his mind, he's gonna let us know in the music. And he'll always have a strong fan base, no matter what. But yeah, those were just my opinions on J. Cole. I don't think he's gonna retire after the fall off. He's gonna say what he has to say on that album. People are gonna listen, they're gonna tune in, and I believe he has a few more projects in him, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. But yeah, I'm out, y'all.